Hi everybody, Dan Slater with this week's Sports Report. We've got some great action. Let's take a look at what happened.
Well, our first All-Star highlights take us to Washoe Little League for the Renegade Championship between Reno National and Washoe. Well, Eric Platts was on the mound for Reno National, and he was going to be brilliant.
Oh, mama, he got him. What an inning for Eric and the Reno National All-Stars. We've got a half inning in the books, and it is the Washoe All-Stars nothing, Reno National coming to bat.
Then in the bottom of the first inning, the Reno National All-Stars were running the bases like wild men.
There's a little ground ball to short. That'll get, no, they're not, runner's not going to go. And that's going to go by the first baseman. In comes the first runner, DeForno, and going into second base is Scotty, and it's 1-0 Reno National.
But on this play, Washoe came up with some good defense.
Ground ball down the third baseline. He's going to come home with it, and he is out at the plate on a nice play at third base by number 4, and that was Luke Watson, and they nailed the runner at the plate, so there's one out now with runners at first and second.
But it didn't stop the running Renos.
Ground ball slowly hit. He's going to have to hustle. Nice throw across, and it got away. A run's going to score, and over to third base goes the runner. And it's now 2-0 in favor of Reno National. Ground ball to first. Oh, it took a bad hop into right field. And he's safe at first base. In comes another run for Reno National, making it 3-0. What a tough break.
In the bottom of the second inning, Reno National really blasted away.
Hard ground ball into right field. That's a base hit. They're going to send the runner home as DeForno will come to the plate. He's going to slide into second. There goes the runner to second base, but he put on the brakes as the good throw would have got him. But it's now 4-0 as the Reno Nationals get a base hit and an RBI for Eric. And high again, and here comes a runner to the plate. We could have a play. No. And, well, that could be interesting as the ball hit Compton. In the dirt, and here comes another run to the plate, and he is in safely, making it 6-0 Reno National, as they are really taking advantage of running the bases. Ground ball down the third baseline and into left field for a base hit. Holy moly. The Reno National All-Stars are just smacking the ball. Another run in, making it 7-0 here in only the bottom of the second inning. Landon Olson will be the batter for Reno National.
But finally, Arrow will get a strikeout and end this.
Got him swinging. Arrow gets the strikeout. But Reno National gets a 7-0 lead as we go to the third inning.
They went to the fifth inning, and Reno added another run.
A line shot into center field. That's a base hit. It'll bring in another run, making it 8-0. And Scotty gets an RBI. Nice hit right back up the middle into center field. It's now 8-0 with Eric Platts the batter.
In the sixth, behind 8-0, Washoe didn't give up though.
Little soft ground ball, could be trouble. Gonna try to fire, and a nice catch. He's safe at first base. The run comes home, and Washoe's on the board.
And that was your final score, 8-1, as the Renegade Championship goes to Reno National.
So that's going to do it. We'll be back in a moment.
Well, also at Washoe was the Hooligan Championship between Reno Continental and North Tahoe. And let's look at the highlights. Well, Reno Continental got the big jump in this one in the bottom of the first inning.
There's a high fly to right field, and it's going to drop in there. He's going to send the runner to the plate, and it's 1-0 in favor of Reno Continental. There's a little pop. That's going to drop in for a base hit. And here comes the second runner to the plate, and it's now a 3-0 game on a blue hit into center field by Keegan. And Reno Continental on the board 3-0 here with 2 outs first, and it's 3-0 at the end of 1.
And in the bottom of the second, they're going to add 2 more.
Now it's inside, and here comes a run to the plate, and the play is not in time. And they're going to try to get another one here, and he is safe at the plate. He slid under the tag. And in the meantime, the runner moves all the way to third base. Make it 5-0 at the end of 2.
But in the third inning, North Tahoe scraped for a couple of runs.
Little delay steal, and he is safe at second base, and the run will score. And it's now 5-1 as they try to knock in that run at second base. And it's a hard ground ball over to first base, and he couldn't quite scoop it up. And here comes the second run in for the North Tahoe All-Stars.
And this game got a little tighter. But Reno Continental came up in the bottom of the third and added some more.
Ground ball in the hole into left field. That's going to get 1 run home. It's going to send another runner home. And meanwhile, Braden goes into second base with a double and 2 RBIs. And it's now a 7-2 game. So, big hit by Braden.
Well, in the fourth, here they came again.
There's a high fly into right field, and that's going to drop again. And he will go into second base. He's going to come home as the ball went wild, and he will end up at third base. Well, we'll call it a double and an RBI, and an 8-2 score now, Reno Continental.
And in the fifth inning, Reno Continental turned out the lights.
Hard ground ball, fair ball. And it's going to get a run home. They're going to send another runner home to throw to the plate. He's safe as the ball came loose. And there goes Chase into third base. He's safe. And, oh, mama, the winning run is at third base with only 1 out. Nope, it's going to be a base hit into left field and a walk-off hit for Chase, and the Reno Continental All-Stars are your 2017 Hooligan Champions.
Hey, that'll wrap it up for this week. Dan Slater saying, see you next week.